Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Into the Breach, where today, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm feeling like we're on the road. We're on the road to a success here. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get a bunch more reactors without accidentally blowing up the run. So, to that end, we got worms, we got HP regen. I do not love this. This is kind of a bummer. Blobbers and stuff. Over here... So over here we have Plasmodia, which are, they're as bad as blobbers. No, they're not as bad as blobbers, because you can often trick a Plasmodia into killing itself, or, the other enemies, more easily than you can with a blobber. There is the trouble of the exploding bodies, but we have way more tools for preventing the deaths of enemies or moving enemies around now. You know what? I think this seems manageable. We're still looking for the trick shot, but I have high hopes at this point. So let's head through the Cryogenic labs. We can get to the high value missions from here. Oh, okay, and this is one of those ones where all the enemies start frozen in the ice already. That is actually great news. Do we want to? How do I want to position for this? This is weird. I guess it's worth remembering that the Aegis mech is currently flying. That does give us some additional latitude. Hooray! Free stuff! Okay, well this doesn't seem too difficult to deal with. Except I guess the the mirror mech is uniquely poorly suited to the task. Which way does it spin them again? The wrong way. Okay, that's unfortunate. Because obviously, if we could cause a point of bump damage here, it would be pretty cool. I mean, it's not like we're going to have that much trouble killing this thing, though. Oh, interesting. Breaking the... Oh, no, sorry. The fire is starting here. Yeah. This does do a point of damage. It breaks the... It breaks the centipede out of its shell, which is probably okay. Yeah, and it actually sets up a pretty good shot for the artillery mech. Right, because now we get to do this thing. Which is just super fun. And then you just position yourself better for the future. Or do I want to just grab this so I don't have to worry about it anymore? You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. There is for sure something to be said for just getting that off the table. I'm looking at this and trying to figure out, is there a way to set up the triple kill with the mirror mech right now? So if I do this, I will hit the building with the punch, right? Okay, yeah, let's not consider that too strongly. One thing I do not have is a way of moving enemies around without killing them. If we could get this laser mech to here, we could totally set up the triple, right? Just have the Aegis mech run over and punch this thing, and as things are, we are not going to be anywhere close to being able to do that. Well, it's probably the case that the best thing to do is just to make sure this thing goes down, right? Oops, that's not the button I meant to... I pressed 1 instead of 2. Is that worth resetting over? Yeah. fully just like, what if I pressed a different button? That'll show me. And I'm not too stressed about this, because this thing was probably going to break out of the ice next turn anyway. This mission's really easy. I don't know why this one is tuned the way it is. I literally just did it again. What is wrong with me? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So let's just... I mean, I don't think I'm going to get too fancy here. Just smash you, and... I can't make it to... No, if I could make it to here, I absolutely would, but... That's fine. We'll just disarm this one for the turn, and we'll solve the problem next turn. I feel very silly, though. All right. I mean, that version of it gets us to full XP on everybody, which is cool. Let's see what we earned. The shield placer. Okay, I mean, that's, I guess as far as names go, that's one you can have. Okay, those are pretty good. This is a strong crew. Yeah, obviously it'd be cool if, you know, they had like skilled or something instead of walking up to it piece by piece, but it's not terrible. Here's a question. Does it make sense to maintain the flying? Would I be better going to 3 damage on the shield strike? I really don't feel the need to reduce the self damage on this. Maybe we just gain shield for the moment. I think that shield placer is almost certainly just getting sold. Okay, freeze and defend both robots. I actually really like the layout of the buildings on this one. I feel like this is going to be pretty defensible as long as we're careful with the centipedes. This is probably not a good mission to try to get that triple kill. Okay, I think this attack is just 1 damage, I think. Okay, that's annoying. It is 3 damage. You know, that that mech does have 7 HP, though. It's 3 damage and a fire, I suppose. So that gets you pretty close. I don't know if I have 2 spare damage. This may just be a stand in front of it and hit it with the shield turn. It almost certainly is the case that we need to freeze this. I guess the thing we could do with the mirror mech is we could just lock up a lot of the field. That's very difficult to argue with. Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. And then we, like, move to here so we can smack these enemies around a little bit. And I think I'm going to... I don't really know what I want to do with the freeze tank. I think I'm going to break our other tank out of the ice. That seems like the wise thing to do. And you can just, like, preemptively close up some buildings, I guess. But I feel like this is a situation that the enemies are going to have a really hard time getting out of. So if we somehow broke the ice on this, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that we could use the situation we find ourselves in to engineer that triple kill. And I think the answer is probably no. It's a shame because, like, the idea of getting to bounce enemies into other enemies with 1 health obviously is very appealing here. But, okay, so let's say I do this. We break you. The attack actually does only 2 damage. So we need more damage on you. The damage on the push wouldn't be enough. And then also, we can't break this thing's ice with the artillery mech because doing so would move it so it wouldn't... Yeah, we're not going to get the damage anyway. Yeah, I just don't think I can do it this turn. What I can do is kill stuff. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. No, what am I doing? We get rid of this one. That would have been very bad play, actually. Yeah. What would be the benefit of allowing it to remain unfrozen, right? I can't, again, I can't push it without killing it. We're so close. We're so close. So if I hit you right now, I would slide you into position. Oh, but I would break this tile. I was thinking that we have the mirror mech stand here, shoot that for the kill, shoot this, you know, try to like move this thing into the right spot. But first of all, the ice mech's attack does 3 damage, so it would kill this thing when I was attempting to move it anyway. Yeah, I just don't know how we're gonna get it. Had I left this unfrozen, I think we still wouldn't be able to pull this off. So, okay, it's pretty whatever. I don't like that. That probably shouldn't happen. Or we could let it happen and I could just refreeze the thing immediately after. Yeah, maybe we let that happen. You just like move out of the way. Or actually even, what if I move to here, freeze this thing. I'm going to reset the turn here. Not because I don't like my plan, but because I want the shield. Right, so we just turn its attack off, but then I don't actually want it not to... Well, this is going to get it killed anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying real hard to engineer a thing here, but I think it's just not going to happen. All right, so we've allowed 3 enemies to live. Question is purely, can we somehow turn this into... The tank getting frozen in place was pretty rough. That's a tough one for making this happen. Yeah, and everything's all facing the wrong direction. All right. Screw it. We'll just do that. It's fine. We still got a couple of missions to figure it out. I do not really want to be trying to do it during the volcanic island. The volcanic hive. So it would be nice to get it in the next mission or two. We probably can't dance around the Alpha Leaper too much here. I can try to get him to jump onto the ice at least. The Aegis Mech has 5 move and flying at this point. I think it's fairly likely that we will be able to get to where we need to get to. I can put you here, and if he goes for you, the same thing happens. All right. We do have to kill 7 enemies. We don't want to rely on stuff getting frozen too much. Okay. Well, I mean, my first immediate thought is that this seems like a lot of damage and useful movement. Well, it doesn't actually solve this problem, though, does it? Because the attack's still going to hit here and splash onto the building. The moth goes before... Yeah, because of course it does. Whatever it takes to make the the order of operations not function the way I want it to, right? I mean, I can certainly kill the Alpha Leaper. There's a bunch of different ways we could just kill the Alpha Leaper. I am definitely thinking very hard about just like standing here and freezing, though. It doesn't feel like the optimal play as far as getting 7 kills, but it would allow me to take the enemies in a much more sort of like at my own speed and discretion kind of way. Yeah, all right. We are going to intentionally break them out a little bit here. This is kind of funny because I think it's just going to immediately refreeze this one. Oh, shit, it immediately refroze the tank too. I didn't notice it was going to do that. That's probably fine. There's only 2 enemies up, so hopefully we can solve this problem with just the tools we have here. You have more health than I would like. Ooh, actually, this might be tricky. So this breaks the tank out. No, this will work. Because that gets our tank. And then we can... Yeah, push you out to there. We are intentionally not blocking spawns because I can't afford to reduce the rate of enemy income with my questionable tactics here. It's a shame we can't pick the direction on this. I can't fire it here without punching that thing into a building, which I very much do not want to do. So let's see. You can do this thing, which I think is pretty strong. It is still probably the case that blocking a spawn is like... It's not ideal, is it? It's not really a good... I can definitely just take this punch. Yeah. I do like this, though. There we go. Who's blocking spawns? Damn it. Why couldn't you just be in the row with all the enemies? Can I, in the process of unfreezing stuff, create a situation where that triple kill can happen? Sadly, I think the answer is no. This might be an achievement we just can't quite figure out how to get. You have so much health. Yeah, obviously it's completely trivial for us to get the 7 kills. So we're going to get our missions completed. But my achievements... Yeah, we just kind of can't set it up here. All right, well, that being the case... Right, we'll just take that and we'll call it good. We're getting through here. I am definitely getting concerned that this achievement may not be in the offing for us. We can't afford to miss out on too many more coins. You know, we do have to take these fairly seriously. Okay, the repair drop is cool. Almost certainly, though, we're not changing equipment at this point. I really like our equipment. So it's probably here. We're not actually getting much use out of gain shield. And I have been self-damaging myself enough that I'm like I'm starting to feel the effect of it. So maybe we do peel off the self-damage. Yeah, maybe. Okay, this is challenging. That robotic factory is in just like a horrible position. I do feel like we have to go for it. Like we want the rewards badly, but this feels like it's going to be a tough one. All right, just got to remember that we can ice the building to defend it. May be critically important, actually. Okay. That was some shit, huh? It's like the hits start coming and they don't stop coming. I don't know if there is a solution to this that doesn't involve me freezing a large portion of the battlefield right now. I'll tell you what, if I cared about nothing else, I think we could make the trick shot. Because, right, I could move to here, throw this shield punch, move you to here, fire the projectile from the first projectile from the rebounding volley here so that this thing takes 4 damage, including the push, and then a shot along this axis is a triple kill. Unfortunately, if we do that, we lose our star to this firefly, as well as losing a bunch of other power. So it's probably not. That's probably not a real plan. We could do this. This is pretty good. Buys us a lot of time. Obviously, we want to move some of our stuff a little bit before we do. This thing has to die, but that seems extremely doable. Right, just do this stuff before we actually land the freeze. All right, this will give us a little bit of time to work with. So, let's see here. I definitely want to go, like, break the tank out while killing that thing, bounce the secondary shot onto you while my my mech is still standing in the way. Pretty solid. You're just getting mirrored. Oh, okay. If I'm clever about this, if we do this thing, then I get to block a spawn while still killing the Plasmodia. That is definitely the right way to do that. Well, we get a double here very easily. There's absolutely no chance we could turn it into a triple, though. I think I'm going to go break something out of the ice. Yeah, I'm going to not block. You have 2 health left. You only have 3. We're going to try to create a situation here. I'm doing my level best to give myself an opportunity to get this achievement before we move on to the boss. Okay. No, there's no way. Because I need it to be the case that, like, this is pretty good, but this guy would have to be, like, here. I can't move him enough. Yeah, if this Alpha Leaper was up here, we'd be good. But that would do it. I have no way of manipulating them into that position. Is there any other way we could set something up? I can push you down into that spot. You don't have enough movement to get over in between those enemies anyway. Yeah, I don't think so. All right. We'll take some of it just to, like, show that I was sort of on the path. I'll tell you what the problem is. Our other methods of dealing with Vec, they're just too damn good. Okay. So we could be moving toward +1 damage on this thing. Or we could be moving toward +1 damage on this thing, right? I think maybe what I do is... let's give that a try and see if we can make this happen during this fight. Just, like, really optimize for it. Mosquito leader is not ideal. Obviously, it would be better if we could get, say, a spider or something. I mean, not that I want to fight a spider leader, but you know. We probably have to make sure we take down that scion immediately. So we just about killed the boss. And that's probably the right thing to do, right? We can definitely kill the blast scion. In like a very large number of ways, a real variety of ways. We can just turn the moth around is probably what we're doing. I wish that the ice mech had a little bit more movement. I am thinking that maybe we want to do a first turn reset just to buy 2 tiles of movement. Because if I could get the ice mech to this space, which I would be able to, the bouncing shot would be really valuable in correcting this area. Yeah, all right, let's do that. So we have to fire at least 1 weapon in order to get the reset thing to come up. Right, that rules. Let's just be rid of you immediately. I'll say this, it's a little intimidating. That thing did just rip a mountain to shreds. So I'm definitely thinking this. That doesn't actually work. Shoot. Oh. Well, no, the right version of this is we shoot him with the near shot, because then he stays in that space, catches on fire, and dies during the fire damage portion of the turn. I could... I could just freeze everything. And then it wouldn't actually freeze our mech because of the shield. And then with this thing frozen, it's no longer webbing us, and we can consider options from there. I think that's... Oh, right. Right, I lowered the amount of freeze I was doing. Well, shit, I could run up here and freeze everything. That's definitely less good. We could stand here and just fire the cannon, pushing you free. That doesn't really solve this problem, though. I could then move the Aegis mech to here and throw the circle punch, but it actually doesn't. It slams this guy into the building, and then this thing still shoots the building. Huh. This is actually a little bit of a challenge. What's the order of fire here? Okay, so you go before. So we can't have the Alpha Centipede just kill you. Right, this solves this problem just as well. So what if we have the mirror mech just do that? We use the ice mech to instead... This one's tough. I think we're taking some building damage no matter how we slice it. I guess not if I do that. Not if I do that freeze. If I move you to here and freeze, we just let this happen. Actually, it's showing that still killing him even through the shield. I guess because the damage on the attack is kill. What does the text on shield say? Damage and any negative effect. Well, I would certainly call this a negative effect. This would not be a good time to find out that it doesn't work that way, though, right? Yeah. All right. Tank's gonna take a tiny bit of damage. This would be a really bad place to use this punch. Yeah, we're letting one of these hit. And I kind of want this one to be the one that hits, because at least... Oh, no, it won't kill the moth anymore. That's right, so I should just turn you around. The moth gets the attack off. But it's more or less fine, I guess, is the idea. Yeah. We let 2 building damage get through. It is certainly not ideal. I like this, though. I can make sure that whatever comes up is coated in acid immediately. Ooh, this is juicy. There's no way to do 1 damage to this thing, though. Yeah. Yeah, shit. It's so close. It's so close. We can move right here and we can almost kill 3 enemies. And there's absolutely no way to fix it. There's no way to get the 3rd point. Bloody hell. Alright. Well, if that's not available, we should probably do something else. Obviously, you could just move out of the Plasmodia's way. Sadly, I cannot use the... We have no way of moving this Alpha Centipede into that space, which would also allow for a triple kill. Because I can only move things... I can move him this way with the punch. Or I could shoot him with this thing, but that kills him. Ah, there's so many places where we're almost on it, where it's like very, very close to getting what we need. I do like this a lot as a solution. And it works pretty cleanly if we just freeze the building first. Which is something we can do like completely for free, as we are shielded. And then you can just... I kind of think I want to leave everything alive. And maybe not even block a spawn. I'll give myself the maximum opportunity to actually pull this off. So you're just gonna go here. I'm definitely putting myself in danger. Oh, right. I forgot. I moved myself into the... Yeah, it's fine. It almost certainly won't matter. It was cool to be shielded, but whatever. Oh my god, they're obsessed with not standing in a way that is useful to me. Yeah, there's so much almost. There's so much almost. Yeah, the fact that we have very, very limited ability to move things around without killing them makes this so hard. You're covered in acid, so I can't... Yeah. I don't think there is a way to line things up so that I can get 3 kills here. I would have to be able to double move. Yeah. The most optimal version of this would be like moving to here and getting something into position. Even if this Alpha Plasmodia had 1 more health so that I could move it this way, I still wouldn't be able to get that kill because the mirror mech doesn't actually have the movement necessary to pull that off. So... Right, this saves those buildings. Yeah, there's like 100 different ways that this works, but no ways that it gets us the achievement. Well, you know, if we like... To a certain extent, if we don't get it, we don't get it. We will just push on. We can always come back and try for the achievement on another run. I don't really think we want new equipment. I think we're just going to take the grid power. And then, yeah, we have stuff I definitely just don't... We're good. We're good. So that gives us 3 more reactors and also 17% grid defense. And in terms of winning the game, this is when we go, right? Like, we will benefit to some degree from more reactors, but not all that much. I might consider doing this. It's like, do I want to consider scuttling the run to try to get the achievement? No, let's just go win the game. Let's chalk up the win. I think the win is more valuable. To be perfectly honest with you, given the versatility of this thing, I think I'm going to pull the building immune and instead add 1 more move. I think being able to get to another angle is more valuable. We can almost always just shoot it around buildings. Yeah, let's just take the win, and then we will maybe get the mirror mech thing on another run. Or, you know, it could still happen here. But I do think if we did the 4th island, we'd be adding a lot more difficulty than power. So... Because of the fact that we cannot know, let's just... I guess it still would have made sense to put 2 of them in a line, though, to try to bait the Hornet. This is an interesting one. Okay, the Hornet was extremely baited even without us putting stuff in a position where it would make sense for that to be the case. I'll tell you, what we need is building immune on this. So you're going to do 1 building damage. So that'll be lethal there, and it'll be lethal in both positions. But then what? How do we deal with the rest of this? I may have to just freeze the Hornet, maybe, or the Firefly leader. I guess another way we can definitely deal with this is the pull, right? Like this solves that problem and this problem, and then there's like, is there a way for me to? Yeah, I guess just like a shield strike turnaround deals with the crab or with this thing, either one. Yeah, okay. So like, I think what we want to do is pull you to there. You get like down here. Wait, I can't deal with both of these things in this way. What was my plan? Because, like, turning this thing around is all well and good, but I still have to solve the Alpha Scarab problem. And, like, we can still do this, but I think I'm leaving myself in a position where I'm still going to take a lot of damage. You can't even get this done anymore. This is a freeze. I think it has to be a freeze. I don't really want it to be. Especially because I do then freeze this. We can at least throw a punch prior, right? We can... Yeah, I can still do this. Do I want to reset the turn to shield the ice mech? As things stand right now, I'm going to have 2 enemies up and 2 of my units frozen at the beginning of this coming turn. We might potentially risk losing control of things here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna spend the reset like it's a resource, not like I'm waiting to see if I will screw up later. Okay. And this way it doesn't matter that the Firefly shoots because this thing was just going to run into the water anyway, but whatever. Oh gosh, blobbers. All right, well, this isn't really all that difficult, it turns out. I think we're just letting this thing break the pylons out of the ice. Yeah, I kill you. Register my discomfort with the volcano. Just repair yourself out, and then, yeah. Some very helpful play from the volcano there. I'm trying to, like, accord the fight the respect that I feel it deserves, because it is still the case that this fight is really hard, and we totally have lost it with teams that I thought were good. So, you know, just maybe an overabundance of caution, but caution seems wise. So let's see, we could break that rock, expose this thing to a fair amount of damage. Oh, right, sorry, that's not... What if I didn't, though? What if I didn't intentionally punch that building in half? Yeah, so... Yeah, I couldn't quite make it work there. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to end up with an awful lot of live enemies on this last turn. I'm a little worried about this. Potentially an opportunity-rich environment, but also, you know, damage. Is there any way to make this thing take one? Because we're like very close. Right, I could run you over here and just slap you to get you to lower health. And then the shot almost works. Except that there's no way for the ice mech to do one damage to this thing. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, undo. And the other thing is, the Alpha Hornet and the Alpha Crab are the only two enemies who are actually doing building damage. So if we do deal with the two of them, it means we go into the final battle at full health. So in addition to that being the trick shot, it does actually like get us where we're going. It is the point. Okay, what if I... Right, and then we pull the Hornet to here. Aha! There it is. Hell yes, trick shot. Also, this is a very sad situation. The only reason that thing didn't rush to its death is because it was killed before it could. Sometimes it's very difficult not to feel really bad for the Vec. This is going to be very satisfying. Okay, so we have a lot of room to work with here. And we have powerful tools, and we no longer have to worry about anything other than making it happen. I am so pleased to have been able to pull off that achievement at that moment. Yep, it was great. It was every bit as good as I hoped it was going to be. That bomb lies in the hands of the Chosen One. You tell him, buddy. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. I was very much expecting the Hornet to attack these two pylons. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assaults on pylons, most of which we cannot stop. I am definitely looking at a freeze, but honestly, where would we even do it from? For a freeze to really be effective, I have to move some enemies first. So, like, if we just turn you around, then I use the Aegis mech to, like, pull this thing. We can have... Yeah, we can have you run to here and do a freeze, and that'll hold down that position pretty seriously. We're letting the bomb take 2 in that case, because I'm not saving it from the Hornet. But I think I'm, like, pretty okay with that. I'm going to leave this here. I want that to get frozen. Oh, right. I'm freezing the bomb, so it's actually just getting unfrozen. It's not even taking damage. All right, that buys us a little bit of space. Now, remember, this space is going to get tentacled, so we're going to have the tank get broken out by somebody. We cannot have the tank repair itself out. I have a very hard time imagining there's a version of this that makes more sense than this, right? And then how do we want to deal with... I mean, I guess the tank doesn't really have a lot of options. The mirror mech can only really do this, which is not even good. Yeah, there's no sense doing 2 damage to the buildings to save the buildings from 2 damage. I have to hit you with the tornado fist to kill you. So hold on. Let me undo the tank move. Yeah, so we have to throw that punch from here in order to avoid destroying even more buildings. And then, yeah, there's a very serious question of, like, what do we do now? I think the answer is I let this happen. Just come down here and we, like... If you're going to break them out anyway, you may as well do some damage to them while you're doing it. All right, I was really hoping for a little bit of grid luck there. And after all, what trans woman isn't? But does seem like we are gonna have a hard time with that. All right, the fact that the Aegis mech is flying is actually, like, really relevant. We can do some good work with that. What am I going to do with you? It's really hard to get the ice mech into a position to do a meaningful attack this turn. Yeah, this is actually... Okay. How about this? If we do this to open that space up, then we can move the mirror mech to here solve those two problems. This attack will push the crab off axis right before it gets to attack. And then at that point, we are actually not taking any building damage anymore. This thing is, I think it is going to hit that building, which is a shame. But, I mean, obviously that's not going to kill it. Oh, interesting. You're fast enough to get over here. We can make this lethal. We probably should then. Yeah. Okay. Also caught on fire. The Renfield bomb's in a tiny bit of danger. Right, it feels like that has to be the right move. And then you could just turn him around. Yeah, go charge that wall over there. Nobody's going to care. And you can just kind of get out of the way, and I think that's a victory. I certainly don't want to hit you. And I would shoot, yeah, the shot would be non-lethal anyway. Okay, to be perfectly honest with you, that felt like one of the simplest final missions we've had in a while. This team got really, really strong. There's a lot to be said for that freezing weapon. I love Adam so much. You know what would be really cool? If Adam was the only character with voice acting. Right? I feel like it would be extremely fitting. Okay, so, I mean, clean is probably too strong a word, but that was a very functional run through the game for the most part there. Not total civilians protected, but, I mean, you're not going to be able to reliably get total civilian protection on this difficulty anyway. It's not that it's not going to be able to happen, but it is going to be a matter of luck in a lot of cases. I think we're just pulling this Adam along. Like, whenever I get a hero who has +1 reactor, it's very difficult to drop them. And then Adam's just, like, really good on top of that. And hey, we managed. So I want to save the randoms and the customs for after we do all the normal squads once. Just so we've like introduced the full set, but we're actually pretty close to out of normal mechs. So next up we have either the Flame Behemoths or the Rusting Hulks. In my opinion, two pretty strong teams. I do not anticipate this being like a nightmare or anything. Now that I've said that, of course, when you come back next time, I guess we'll see how many of those words I am eating. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you then.